Hello everyone and welcome to game number 4 in the Go for AC2 Cup finals between Morrow and Strelok, and this time we're going to have a match on Scrap Station. And before we get to that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the previous games, so if you haven't seen them then please go watch. The games are up on my channel. Spoilers are incoming. So we've seen Morrow take down game number 2 and 3 in the series with two pretty convincing macro games. He stood up pretty well on his feet against a lot of harassment, a lot of drops from Strelok, a lot of pushes, timing pushes as well, and just showed us that Zerg can hold up if you're confident in your abilities and you macro up properly. You're gonna be able to face the Terran and take him on. Now, this time on Scrap Station, I have to say that since Morrow has two games taken down, 2 games that he won, he is pretty much in the favorites. He's pretty much the favorite to win the series because Scrap Station is one of those maps that really does favor Zerg, and obviously if you look at the natural, it's really safe. This choke, can once you link the bases with creep, it's really easy to defend, and the distances are very great by ground, and also short by air. Now that's another good thing for Zerg. I've seen a lot of Zerg actually on ladder play. I've met all sorts of strategies that people try to employ on Scrap Station, either whether it be Nidus worms or drops, or basically taking down the rocks real fast and going for a bust, Baneling bust, a surprising Baneling bust. You don't really expect a Baneling bust on Scrap Station now, do you? So yeah, a lot of things that you can do. And as for the Terrans, I've seen a lot of Banshees, a lot of Banshee play. I've seen a lot of starports being placed here, for instance, and sent the Banshees right over to the drone line. Now, thing is, if you don't scout those Banshees, for instance, it is really bad as a Zerg player, because those Banshees are gonna come right inside your base. They're probably not even gonna have cloak, because it's so easy to just get 2 Banshees off here and send them into your opponent's base. If he doesn't have lair tech, and if he doesn't have, you can eventually get cloak, but he won't have that many queens most likely if you are very fast with it and they don't get scouted. Now, looking at Strelok, seems like he's going for a double gas, which might as well, which could mean Banshee harass. So let's see exactly what happens. Morrow is placing this Overlord over here to see if any expansion is taken. Also, this Overlord can be used for scouting, sacrificing it later on in the game and see exactly what your opponent is trying to do in that side of the map. And another Overlord being placed down over here. And this one also can be sent into the base to check out what's happening. As for Morrow, seems like the harvester count is pretty even, but he did go for another fast hatchery. Now this is important because in game 1 in game 1 he did go for a fast hatchery, but he lost to a timing push. In game 2 he did not go for a fast hatchery, or actually he did go for a fast hatchery in game number 2, my bad, on Jungle Basin. So in both first games he did go for a fast hatch. Now on Zelnaga Caverns he went for a pool before hatch, and now he's going for a fast hatch again and getting 2 queens up plus a third on the way, I do believe. Or did I not see this right? No, it's just 2 queens for now, and a Roach Warren is on the way. Now he did not get anything in the first games. He did not get a Roach Warren or a Hydralisk then, so it seems like Morrow is going to try a different build this game. Also, it's something to keep in mind if you ever find yourself in a tournament. You have to be able to pull off it's advised that you know multiple builds, that you're sure of yourself with multiple builds, that you've practiced them enough, you know how to pull them off, because you can't really play the exact same build against a human opponent, because he's gonna eventually catch on to it. And actually it's pretty clear to see what happened with Strelok in game number 2 when he tried this pretty much the same timing push that he did in game number 1, and it ended up failing. Morrow being much more prepared for that in game number 2. So Laird is now on the way, and there is, oh, look at this. So it is not going to be a Banshee harass, but he did switch the factory from the reactor and is now making another reactor over here, most likely for that barracks, and is now making Vikings. And these Vikings are really good because they are going to be able to ward off all Overlords that are trying to scout, and he sees these Overlords. There we go. Actually not attacking this one quite surprising, but it's also uncomfortable. You put your Zerg in the situation of being supply blocked. That means he can't make more drones, he can't make anything else. He has to invest additional money and larvae into Overlords. Not to mention it's an additional hassle, something you have to think about. It kind of ruins your game routine, so to speak. It messes with your plans. So yeah, anything that you can do to throw your opponent off balance is good. You should do it. And there are, how many Vikings are there out? 4 Vikings right now, so might actually try some harassment over here at the mineral line at the natural. Let's see if they do land, and they see this Zergling though, and the Zergling is pulling back. No, there we go, he's moving across but lifts off again, so it's not going to commit to any harassment over here. There are 5 roaches blocking this path from any Helions that might try to get into the main or the natural to do some harassment at the mineral line. Here we have the Queen doing some damage, and there we go, some Overlord sniping is happening. This Overlord with very low HP and taking out that one, but oh, not getting the attacks off to this one actually. So Hydra Den is down. That's a good response from Morrow. Now Strelok sees that the Hydras are incoming. He knows about the Hydralisk Den, and I'm curious to see what he will be doing. Looks like he got 2 dropships, he has some Marines, he might go for a drop. He's repairing his Vikings, which is a very smart thing to do, and he has quite a lot of units over here. Does he have stim? No, stim is just now coming, so I'm curious if he's gonna attack right now or if he's gonna wait for the stim. Also, Hydralisk range is being researched right now. How many Hydras are there? Just no Hydras, just 7 roaches, no Hydras yet. And here he goes, loading all his forces into these 2 medevacs and sending his Vikings over here, except this one Viking who seems to be kind of lonely over there. And he is attacking in the main, and this might be actually quite bad for Morrow. I don't know if Morrow is going to be able to hold this off. Let's see. Oh, pulling his drones off the line and losing a lot of drones. That's like 10 drones over there at least. And the Queen goes down as well. A lot of units are going down. The roaches are going down. The Hydras, he's pulling back right now. And whoa, he's pulling more drones off the line. Oh, and losing more drones actually. Oh, pulling the ones off the natural as well, and this is really bad for Morrow. Morrow has lost saturation at his natural and his main, and if you take a look at the income tab, he's at 20 harvesters right now. Now, looking at Strelok, he only has like 24. That means he's been cutting a lot of SCVs to pull off the build he's doing right now. Also, no expansion, as you can see. It's minute 10 and a half. We're already in minute 11 basically of the game, and there's no command center on the way even. So this is a very all-in build from Strelok, and I'm surprised to see he's pulling this off. But if you look at game 2 and 3, you'll see that Morrow wins through mostly macro tactics and employing the strengths of the Zerg in his play. But right now Strelok knows that if he doesn't take this game, he's out of the series, so he needs to make a move. He needs to know that he knows that if he lets Morrow do what he's been doing in game 2 and 3, he's probably going to lose this game as well. Now Morrow is getting a larger number of Hydras, 11 drones on the way. As you can see, he's been forced to make a lot of drones because he lost so many then at that attack, and Strelok already has replenished most of his army and might just go for another drop. And is he there we go, 2 more medevacs. Is he going to wait for those 2 medevacs? Not exactly sure. No, it seems like he's going out with these already. Oh, and no overlords here since that attack. No overlords on this ledge to see any incoming attacks. And there we go, the drop is happening, and all the forces managed to make it safely onto the ground, and there's like nothing here. And here we go. Oh, and he has stim right now, and this is gonna be really bad. Oh, look at the drones, basically getting fed to the Terran army, and oh, all the drones go down, and this is going down as well. Oh my god, amazing. And these Hydras have to pull back right now. This is really bad for Morrow. Morrow is in a really tough situation right now. He has, oh my god, is he going to lose his spawning pool? Actually, I think he is. Oh, and microing along and sniping the spawning pool. Ouch. And now he's moving away, not losing, barely losing any forces. I mean, he lost some units, but he kept his medevacs alive, and 2 Marauders and 3 Marines, while Morrow lost again a lot of harvesters. Look at that, look how many drones he was making right there. And still Strelok still on 24 harvesters now. Amazing. He's pumping everything he has into these attacks, and another drop is going to come down here, but no, seems like these Hydras are going to be able to intercept this time. And Strelok is wandering around, trying to take a different path of attack, but these overlords are spread nicely, so Morrow does see where the attack is going to come, and and he's moving back. It doesn't commit this time. All those drones coming in there and cornering the forces. Hydra's cleaning up whatever was left. Now let's see what Strelok has in his base. Taking a look at the unit counting station, 13 Hydras, 14 actually, 1 Roach for Morrow, and 17 Marines and 3 Marauders, plus 4 Medivacs for Strelok. Now Strelok has been extremely active this game with harassing them. Oh, and he's oversaturated over here. Indeed, there we go. He's sending some drones to the natural. He can't afford to have this many drones in his base. And Morrow needs to bring a lot more drones actually over here to saturate this. And there we go, some more drones are coming off the line, but this is oversaturated. You can see the drones. When you have these drones moving left and right like that from patch to patch, it means that you have oversaturation occurring. And also he needs to put 2 more drones into this extractor over here. Oh, but Strelok is coming in now with a pretty big drop. Seems like he wants to do this again and finish the job. Let's see if Morrow does see it right now. But Strelok is being very careful with his dropships. Circling around, trying to take a different path over here, but the Hydras are in position. Don't think he's going to be able to pull this drop off. Maybe should consider going for the natural, not exactly sure. He is making another drop here, so this is more like a distraction. Another drop is happening down here. He does scan this. There's a few Hydras here, but if these forces stem might be able to handle these Hydras. And there we go, the Hydras are coming in, 3 drones as well. It's very important to have tanks for your Hydras. Oh, and that's very smart, taking out the medevac, and there we go, much easier to take care of these forces now. He did lose 3 drones though, but that's no biggie. He kept his Hydras alive. Oh, and Strelok is coming over here. Seems like he doesn't want to drop in base anymore. He's just gonna do it over here, and he's on Morrow's side of the map right now with a lot of forces and a lot of medevacs, and this is scary. And I'm not sure, it looks like pathogen glands is incoming. Morrow wants to get some infestors, but he has none out right now. He knows they can't fungal growth, and look at this. Oh my god, the drones are going in there trying to tank, and the Terran army is surviving. And look at this. Oh my god, Morrow has lost everything, all the drones, all the Hydras, and he does GG. Wow, this is so incredible. Look at this command center finished now at 17 minutes in the game, no expansion until now. Amazing play from Strelok, really ballsy, really risky. When you do something like this, I mean, if you fail, if this doesn't work, you're screwed. You're out of the game, basically. And Strelok just committed so much to this, and over took down so many drones from Morrow, and also army units and so forth. And incredible how he just I'm gonna take a look at this, still 24 harvesters for Strelok. So this is really amazing that he could pull this off. So basically doing an anti-game to Morrow. He didn't let Morrow macro up, and as long as Morrow couldn't macro up, he wasn't really the threat he was in games 2 and 3. So Strelok picking up this game. The score is now tied 2-2, and we're gonna go off to game number 5 on Lost Temple. Now, this is last night. I mean, tonight when I heard people on IRC, they were talking about this game on Lost Temple and stuff, because from the Go for a C2 Cup finals, and I couldn't actually watch a game then, so I stayed up, and the replays have been uploaded indeed, and here I'm casting them, and I'm excited to cast this game number 5, and let's see exactly what those people were talking about. I haven't seen the games, so I'll see you guys in game 5.